Those words became my lifeline, their sincerity wrapping around me like a warm blanket. Each notification felt like a spark, igniting a connection that I never knew I craved. It was in those late-night conversations when silence fell between us that I realized how precious this bond had become. The laughter we shared felt like music, and every sigh carried the weight of unspoken understanding. They didn't come in with fireworks. They came in gently, like a soft breeze on a suffocating day. They asked me questions that no one else bothered to ask anymore. Not surface stuff. Real questions. The kind that go under the skin. And when I answered, they didn't nod and change the subject. They stayed. They leaned in. They listened in that rare way that makes you feel like your words actually matter. I didn't mean to get attached, but something in me recognized them. Or maybe something in me was just desperate to be recognized. We texted. A lot. But it didn't feel wrong. Not at first. Then the text turned into long voice notes. Then late-night calls. Then moments I waited for all day, just to hear someone ask me, "How are you really?" I had that question asked at home too, but not like that. Not with eyes that stayed. Not with hands that didn't multitask. Not with a heart that wasn't half listening. And then came the night, the one I still think about. It was late. I had just finished crying in the bathroom again, wiping tears before I walked out like nothing happened. They messaged me, "You don't have to be strong with me." 8 words, but they undid something in me, because I had forgotten what it felt like to be emotionally safe. I told them everything. Not the filtered version, not the polite one I gave to family and friends. I told them how numb I had become, how distant my home felt, how I missed being someone's priority, not just their responsibility. And they didn't try to save me. They just stayed, listened, held my feelings like they were precious, not dramatic, not exaggerated. And that night, everything shifted. Not because we touched, we didn't. Not because we kissed, we never did. But because in that one moment, I felt more intimacy in silence with them than I had in years of sleeping beside my spouse. I sat on my bed that night, with my phone in my hand, torn between guilt and relief. Because I didn't go looking for this, but I also couldn't deny that something real had happened. They made me feel human again. Seen, noticed, important. Not in a flashy, passionate way, but in the quiet way that sticks. The kind that fills the holes you didn't know were bleeding. That's when I realized it wasn't about romance. It wasn't even about them. It was about the me that I became around them. The way I softened. The way I laughed. The way I didn't have to defend my emotions or beg to be understood. And suddenly I couldn't look at my marriage the same way. Because it wasn't that I wanted to leave for someone else. I just wanted to stop abandoning. Emotional infidelity is a quiet thing. No lipstick on the collar. No hotel receipts. Just long messages inside jokes and moments of vulnerability that used to belong to your partner, but don't anymore. We were just friends. That's the story I told. But my heart knew better. Because the truth is, when you feel safer in someone else's presence than in your own home, you've already started leaving, even if your body hasn't moved. Not all betrayals are loud. Some come in the form of comfort, and the realization that emotional safety shouldn't feel like a betrayal when you finally find it. In the shadows of friendship, a deeper bond forms, whispering promises that can break the silence of love's betrayal. Caught between the warmth of shared secrets and the chill of betrayal, she grapples with the complexity of love and loyalty. As night deepens, her thoughts echo the longing for emotional closeness. As shadows dance around her heart, whispering of choices yet to be made. In the tender twilight, she grapples with the weight of unspoken truths as the pull of new connections beckons her to step away from the familiar.